Hello everyone, this is Prat. I'm a passionate singer than a vlogger, but when I do vlogging, I try to pour in all of my experience as it is, and also to note I am not affiliated to any channel and apolitical. My journey was well planned as I was coming here for a marriage of my distant cousin. I booked the ticket on 2nd November for my journey, which started on 11th December 6:10 a.m. from SMVT station Bangalore to Thrissur via Ernakulam Express. Me and my parents left home at 4:30 a.m. in the morning from Kengeri to reach to SMVT station, and we reached around 5:30 a.m. Train was already waiting at the station, and as I am coming directly from work and needed some rest, I booked chair car which costed me 692 rupees per person. To my surprise, the seats were not at all comfortable, and pushback was also not working, and the coach was looking bit old. My mom packed some idli for the journey, and since we avoid some outside food as much as we can, so I won't be able to brief on the catering services. We were invited to Kerala first by our network at 1:53 p.m. as soon as we crossed Coimbatore. Reaching Palakkad Junction, which was filled with lush green all around. This train has fewer stops, so we reached Thrissur by 3:20 p.m. sharp as expected. Just like any other train station, our first welcome was from the auto guys. So the moment we stepped out to auto stand, auto guys started demanding 700 rupees as we were moving to Guruvayoor from Thrissur, and we understood that it's a loot. I quickly peeped into my cell phone and looked into the Uber, which was priced around 596 rupees. However, as soon as I booked, I see that the cab was not at all moving, and we waited for almost 10 minutes. So I quickly asked a guy who seemed to be localite. To our surprise, localite was so polite. He came with us till bus station and stopped a bus heading to Guruvayoor and made sure we were comfortable. Also to note, we don't know Malayalam, which is language of the land, so it was little tough for us. It's a private bus which runs throughout the city. As I am basically from Mangalore, I am little aware of the private buses which work in and around Kerala or Mangalore. And luckily we got seats as well, and it costed around 32 rupees per person from Thrissur to Guruvayoor. On our way to bus stand, he told election was happening and they all work for regional party cheerfully. I was exhausted as I just had two pieces of idli throughout and was not at all feeling to have anything else. We reached Guruvayoor bus stand by 4:30 p.m. and walked towards the studio apartment which I booked for 2 days of our stay, which is around 500 meters from the bus stop. Do watch till the end of this video so you will get a glimpse of the apartment which I booked. As mentioned earlier, we were here for a marriage, so I quickly checked and they were on their way to Guruvayoor. So we decided to quick refresh and head towards temple. We entered via West Nada by 6:30 p.m. and it was a small pond which welcomed us. The moment I arrived in Guruvayoor, I felt something shift inside me. The air was heavier, not with humidity alone, but with life. Strangers smiled easily. Even silence felt compassionable. As it was our first time and we don't understand Malayalam, so we depended entirely on what is written on board in English. We thought it was weekday and it was not auspicious day, so expected a less crowd. But due to Shabrimala season, temple was buzzing by them. At first, we wandered around cluelessly since there is no clear sign of general queue system. After depositing our cell phones at the counter, by the time we got to understand the system, it was quite late and the general queue gate was closed by around 7:30 p.m. due to the heavy crowd. The only way out was 1000 rupees ticket per person, which we felt was too high. We spoke to a local police and he said to visit next day by 2 a.m. early morning and darshan will be over by 4:30 a.m. So we sat down for some time and while leaving we noticed one more queue which was for Annaprasadam. As mentioned, I hadn't had anything throughout the day, so we stand in a queue for prasadam. We were standing in queue for 40 minutes around and went inside and it welcomed and we welcomed by a large campus with banyan leaf spread across the room for prasadam by 8:10 p.m. Food arrived only by 8:45 p.m. with only two people serving the entire crowd. We felt a little mismanagement at the beginning. However, food was extremely tasty and I was so happy to have God's prasadam almost on empty stomach. Reached back to room by 9:20 p.m. and we were already exhausted. So slept off remembering to wake up early to get a glimpse of God and that ended our day 1.